Today we are working on session 3 of Up the Ladder. Our I can statement is I can create a to-do list, thinking about my goals for a 10-day period, including the total pages read, daily goals, and how I will record my data and reflect on my progress. So today we're going to teach you how to create a to-read list, thinking about your goals for that 10-day period. All right, and we need to make sure we're including the pages read, our goals, and recording our data as well as reflecting on that. So you've all heard the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I know that. But I want you to remember back when Goldilocks tries the Three Bears 3 bowls of porridge. The first one is way too hot for her. The next one is way too cold for her to eat. But the third one is just right. I'm reminding you about this story because just like Goldilocks had to figure out which bowl of porridge was just right for her to eat, we have to figure out which books are right for us to read. So we want to teach you today that nonfiction readers have to choose their books just like Goldilocks chooses her bowl of porridge. They try until they find one that is just right. Readers search for what interests them. Okay, I want you to search for things that are interesting to you. Looking at the title, the pictures, the summary, and then try to read a little bit of the book at the very beginning until you find one that's just right. Remember, we don't want to find one that's too hard or that's too easy. So when we're choosing a book, here's a little chart to help remind us. When it's too hard, you'll see these things. If it's too hard, you read it very slowly. You're not reading it quickly. You don't read with expression because you're worried about each individual word. You keep getting stuck while you're reading, or you read very choppily like a robot. You're going to miss punctuation, and you don't understand what you're reading. That book is way too hard. Put it aside and choose another one. Just the same, if a book is too easy, you're going to speed right through it. And the book feels flat and uninteresting because you already know all the information. Just write books. You're going to understand what you're reading. You're going to get most words right as you're reading. There are going to be some that you miss. You're going to read smoothly. All right? You're going to read it like you're naturally reading it. Not like this. This is a robot voice. Okay? You need to be able to read with expression. Right? Exciting things you need to think about raising your voice. And you're going to read with punctuation in mind. That means it's easy enough that you know when to stop and put a pause while you're reading it to yourself and when to start a new complete thought. So remember, we want just right books, not too hard and not too easy. So today you're going to be creating this learning plan. You're going to choose 10 books from either Epic or the North Carolina Kids Digital Library, and we're going to fill out the top part of this plan. Here is what the plan looks like. In a little bit, you're going to be able to click and make a copy of this plan for yourself. So today you're actually going to fill out the top part. You're going to find 7 books to read. Now you can add more lines to get to 10, but most of us in 10-day period will only get to about 7 books. You need to write the title of the book down. Tell me why you want to read it. Tell me how you know it is a just right book. Remember, looking at the title, pictures, looking at that first page. Try to tell me the total number of pages in the book. Sometimes it lists it, sometimes it doesn't. You might have to count the pages. And we only fill in this column when it's completed. Okay. Now, later, as we're reading for independent reading, we'll fill out the bottom part. Today, you're also going to fill out, how do I achieve this goal? Give specific steps that you like. How many pages you're going to read a day? Are you going to try to finish a book a day? The bottom part on the reflections is what you're going to fill out each day for your independent reading. Okay. That's where you put your reflection tell me whether you're on track. How many pages did you read? Are you behind? What do you need to do to catch up? Then you'll give me the title of the book that you're reading that day and tell me about what you learned from your reading. So I'm going to show you a student example. So the first thing you're going to do is create your plan. Here I have picked 7 books and I put the titles. And even before I read it, why am I wanting to read that book? Some examples are I don't know much about an octopus, or I really like cats. Here, The Life of a Frog. I said I once had a pet bullfrog, but it died. I want to have another one and want to know how to take care of it. There are reasons why you pick the books you do. It could be I really like the pictures. And then the next column, tell me how you know it's just right. You can see some of the examples where I said there's only a couple words I don't know. I can read it smoothly. I understand the words. There are some difficult words, but not too many. Put the total number of pages. Now, when we are reading, you will mark this column completed. You can mark it with a done, or you can simply click on a box and click Insert, Image, search the web, and you can search for check mark, and then you can pick a check mark and insert it in a box. Whichever one's easiest for you to do, okay? But you will not do that until you start reading. Today, you're not reading books. You're just selecting your 7 books to read, and tell me why you want to read it, how you know it's just right, and the total number of pages. Don't forget to fill in, how do you achieve that goal of completing those 7 books? Well, I said I can try to read 20 pages a day out of each book. If I have more time, I will finish a book a day. That's my specific ones. When we go to actually do our reading each day, which will not be today, we will fill out our reflection at the bottom.